And we welcome you to a special night of regular season hoops. This one counts as part of the NBA Cup. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Denver Nuggets. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks.
And you know, for that matchup with Atlanta, things starting to solidify as that game is going to be number 10 on the year for them. Teams will be getting sharper every time out.
A look at the starting group here for Denver. Johnson, the small forward, with Gordon holding down the floor. Bruce Brown is out there with Tim Hardaway. And it's Jokic in at the 5. And for Seattle, they've got Max Christie. He's out there with Collier. And it's Wolf in at the small forward position. And we talk about the fatigue when playing the second game of a back-to-back. Stan, how does that usually manifest?
Well, I mean, just off the top of my head, it's things like sloppy play, missing easy shots, lapses in your defensive rotations. It's mental mistakes more than physical fatigue that happens on the second night. 5 to shoot. Seattle needs to get off a shot here. Here's Jovic. Oh, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Ball goes to Denver.
Now Brown. Jokic, the screen. Brown passes to Hardaway. Clock at 6. Over Christie. Rebounded by Jovic. Seattle on offense. Here's Collier in his last outing with 12 points. Outside Christie. The 3 ball. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
And it was an awful game defensively. They lost the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
Outside Christie. Here's the pick. To the wing, right side. Here's Collier. Softly drops in the floater.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Nuggets. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to catch up with the head coach for Seattle. I asked him about Nikola Jokic and what makes him such a difficult matchup for defenses, and he said his versatility. He's a capable scorer and a fantastic passer. We have to be wary of his scoring and distribution with him, and that's not easy. Let's see how things unfold in this one. BA, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Seattle on offense. Trailing by 2. Driving to the basket. Here's Collier. Hauled in by Brown. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. While we have a small sample size of Isaiah Collier, he has shown impressive flashes so far.
Yeah, B.A., I really like how confident he is. When he's out on the floor, he carries himself like he belongs here. A confident mentality can go a long way for a young player. Right there, Jovic putting in a little extra work on the glass. Nice play.
Brown passes to Jokic. And here's Hardaway. Over Christie. No good from 18.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Pass to Collier. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Johnson. So it's Denver now. Here's Brown. Kicks it out to Hardaway. And so the ball out of bounds. Brown touched it last.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
Seattle has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Collier. Pass to Wolf. Shot clock at 6. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Now here's Brown. Now Jokic. Pass to Hardaway. Back to Jokic. Seattle pulls it in. And going against Denver, their first meeting on the year.
A divisional battle. Tonight, the first installment of 4 games between these teams. A chance to establish pecking order.
Well, at 6'10", I want to see Jokic attack like this inside. He has the height needed to be a weapon down there.
So David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Now let's have a look at who was really dominating the boards last season. Nikola Jokic, third.
Simply put, he was terrific down low last year, owning the glass.
Brown looking around. Inside to win the drought, and it's Jokic laying it in.
Well, what really makes Jokic special inside isn't just his size, but his gracefulness.
For Seattle, they've gone 3 of 8 so far. Pass to Christie. Here's Wolf. Here's Collier, defended by Brown. Going inside, 6 on the shot clock. Here's Collier. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Brown passes to Hardaway. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Seattle has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. It's stolen by Johnson. Pass to Jokic. Outside Johnson. Screen by Gordon. Right side Johnson. Christie with a steal. Here's Collier. Down low. Clock at 6. Here's Wolf, covered by Jokic. Wolf can't get it to go. And for the Nuggets, they're shooting about 43% since tip-off. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Guys, by many accounts, the Denver Nuggets had one of the better summers of any team, fortifying their depth and acquiring Cam Johnson from the Nets. In their chase for another title, they seem to have taken steps in the right direction.
They're all in. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. It's Jokic, high post. Here's Gordon. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Seattle shooting an unremarkable 30% in the first. Christie against Johnson. There's a screen. to snap the cold streak. And Christie with a layup.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
The Nuggets trail. And David Adelman wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
Please get a big round of applause for your Houston Squad.
So it's Denver now, trailing by 2. Ball against Brown. Hardaway from outside. Seattle pulls it in. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
Yeah, when you have a defense that's showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
Here's Brown, following the bucket by Seattle. Jokic with a screen on Paul. Brown passes to Jokic. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Such great hands from Jokic. Able to finish despite the D.
There's a screen, and play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Brown's checked in for Denver. Pickett comes in for Brown. Here's Pickett. Jokic up top. Pass to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Johnson for 3. Drops in the 3. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Hey, even when he's got position near the hoop, Jokic is still looking to set up a teammate for an open shot.
And there's a pick. And Seattle tacks on 2 more. Here's Pickett. Pass to Jokic. Here's Johnson. Jokic the screen. The 3. The shot by Johnson, no good. Covered by Johnson. Outside Paul. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Brown. Paul can't get it to go.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Now here's Johnson. He just could not put it together in that loss to the Clippers. A shot by Brown, no good. And Milton's got the ball here for the Supersonics.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the first quarter. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. First trip to the line for him here.
First team foul. At the line for the Supersonics, Shake Milton. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. A different look for Denver. Jonas Valanciunas has checked in for Jokic. Watson comes in for Gordon. And Strother subbed in for Johnson. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. Denver has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, the Nuggets have gotten used to success. Nikola Jokic said, quote, winning is a lifestyle for us. It's really good when you're winning. Everybody's happy. Everybody wants to play. Everybody is buying into the system. I was here when we were losing, so I do not want to go back to that. Back over to you, BA.
They're good with him in the lineup. All right, Allie, thank you. Now here's Paul. 11 points for him last game against Philadelphia. Pass to Diawara. And no good. Excellent defense there from Watson. Outside Brown. Here's Pickett. Now here's Valanciunas. Valanciunas sets a screen. Watson passes to Valanciunas. To end the drought. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Yeah, there's the muscle from Valanciunas.
.46 seconds left now in the first quarter. Paul with it. Takes it inside. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Now here's Valanciunas. Coming off a 16-point game against the Clippers.
Yeah, and the effort on the boards last game gave them that many more chances.
It's hauled in by Shumshay. Shumshay's got 4 rebounds now. And here's Paul. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. There's the horn. We've seen some good defense on both sides. The score still close. Seattle out in front. They lead by 2. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take on Seattle so far?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
On the floor for Denver, getting going in the second. We've got Jonas Valanciunas. Hayden Watson is out there with Zeke Naji. Then there's Christian Brown. And it's Strother in at the 2. Now here's Johnson. Back to Milton. Outside Johnson. Seattle move the ball around. Milton for 3. Great D that time from Brown. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Pass to Valanciunas. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul.
And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, PA, when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
That one's off.
The veteran big man Valanciunas continues to be a solid rotational piece, a nightly double-double threat who enjoys throwing his weight around.
Holmes, he's checked in for Denver. And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. Seattle shooting just under 40% from the field. He tries for 3, and the three-pointer goes. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
So it's Denver now. Now Brown hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Valanciunas. There's the 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Brown. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Denver.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on.
And it's Seattle with the ball, following the score by Denver. Clock is at 3. Jovic, nice shot from the wing. Jovic has got 6.
Listen, these coaches want Jovic to be shot ready. They need him to trust his jumper.
Brown against Milton. Over to the wing. Here's Valanciunas. Again, Denver scores.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Milton surveys the floor. Here's the pick. And a nice finish on the layup. Milton's gotten his second bucket.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Now here's Brown. Pass to Valanciunas. The 3. A nice shot by Watson. He's got 6.
And they seem to have a hard time picking good shots in the first quarter, but it's all coming together now for them here.
Here's Milton. 5 points in the game. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
That one on Brown.
Team foul.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
Shake Milton taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good for Milton for the Nuggets. Nikola Jokic is checked in for Valanciunas. Hardaway comes in for Holmes. And it's Brown in for Strother. It's both from the stripe. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Here's Brown. Pass to Jokic. Denver moving it around. Kicks it out to Hardaway. Beyond the arc.
Well, as a defender, there's only so much you can do when Jokic gets the ball inside.
And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that going to get them going.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And you think about Jokic's point center game. He's a pioneer, Grant, a one-of-a-kind.
Oh, one-of-a-kind indeed. And historically, very few centers have led their team in assists, and none with the regularity of Jokic. So he's an outlier, but is he a trendsetter? Only time will tell.
6 to shoot. Brown with the steal, and the jam by Brown.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Here's Paul. Denver getting their last shot to go. Pass to Jovic. Back to Paul. Shot clock at 6. Here's Wolf. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time. Wolf's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Hardaway. Now Watson. Outside Johnson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Seattle trails by 4. MP, the pass to Paul. Here's Wolf. MP outside. Ball against Hardaway. Releases. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Johnson. Now Watson. To the middle. Outside, Brown. The 11-footer. Seattle pulls it in. Jovic has got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Wolf, defended by Brown. To the inside. Over to the left wing. Up top, Paul, covered by Johnson. And again, Seattle with a triple.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Pass to Jokic. Got it! Jokic down low.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And Seattle calls time here.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
That's good. If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your moves. You're off beat. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's see those moves.
Making a change here. Gordon's checked in. And taking a look at last year's stats. Here were the players that led the way in terms of steals. Nikola Jokic is second.
Last year, he was really opportunistic defensively, creating havoc.
Here's Collier. There's a screen. Gets stolen by Johnson. Outside Hardaway. Over MP. It's hauled in by Collier.
And they're winning despite his poor showing offensively. Some nights, your teammates have to carry you. Offensively, they haven't been very sharp this quarter. And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Kessler, Edwards, Penda.
The Nuggets lead by 3. Johnson on the wing. Pass to Jokic. For 3, Hardaway. He can't get it to go.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
They set the pick. Christie passes to Diawara. 4 on the clock. Here's Collier. And again, it's Seattle missing. Denver's gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Johnson passes to Gordon. And there's a 3-second violation.
3 seconds. Seattle ball.
Seattle trails by 3. Here's Collier. The shot is good, and this game is back to even.
Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure on him.
Brown in the high post. Gordon outside. Fires the 3. Seattle pulls it in.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Pass to Collier. Christie against Hardaway. Christie passes to Diawara. Shot's good by Collier. Collier's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Look, that's an opportunity you don't pass up.
Here's Brown. Pass to Jokic. And they double up Jokic. Last season, Nikola Jokic averaged a triple-double. The first big man to ever do it, Coach.
And only the third player to ever do it. I mean, in one of these games, BA, he had 30 points, 22 assists, and 21 rebounds. This guy's from another planet.
The first free throw is good.
Well, we've seen very few superstars as unselfish as Jokic. He'll play whatever role is necessary for his team to win.
Seattle making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And Jokic drops them both.
And he's showing a little more aggressiveness, getting himself to the line here in the second quarter.
And Seattle calls time here.
On the court, score. It's time, 14 yards.
to Christie. Seattle move the ball around. They set the screen. Here's Johnson. Gordon pulls it in. Gordon's got 4 rebounds in the game. Oh, there's the alley! And an emphatic jam on the lob.
He was practically levitating over the floor. Aaron Gordon.
Seattle has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
To the paint. Stolen by Jokic. Pass to Brown. And here's Gordon from downtown. The kick out to Johnson. From outside, off the mark. Seattle has got it going from distance in the second quarter. 4 of 5 from deep. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Cameron Johnson stays even. He said, I just try to come in and do my job every game, no matter what that looks like. And as somebody who shoots a lot of threes, some days can be better than others. So you just ride the waves while you can and focus on that next play. The next shot and your results, they'll be the results. BA, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Sinks the tray.
When Gordon is connecting from deep, everything else becomes easier for both him and this offense.
Now here's Johnson. He takes it in. Outside Christie. Shot clock at 5. For 3, Collier. Rebounded by Johnson.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Grant, I think it's safe to say Cam Johnson has really hit his stride lately.
Absolutely, BA. He's seizing the opportunities he's been given, taking and making more shots, dropping more dimes. He's reaching another level of his game.
And he makes a first.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
No good on the second free throw.
Well, the metronome-like consistency of Jokic, one reason he's a multiple-time league MVP.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Outside, Brown. Pass to Gordon. Outside, Hardaway. Johnson on the wing. He drops it from range. Johnson's got his second basket on the night.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be right back after this word.
Welcome. All right, guys, let's break it down. It has not been the ideal start.
They got to tighten things up, man. Turnovers has been a major problem. I'm surprised to see such a lack of focus from them.
This is what they're hearing in the locker room. Concentrate, fellas.
And there's more NBA action in store for us tonight. Here are the games tipping off later. The Hawks playing at State Farm Arena as they go up against the Bucks. That's a 7 p.m. tip-off, Eastern Time.
Maybe we'll be surprised with a huge upset, or not.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. You look at Nikola Jokic. What a contribution.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
They've got Collier, also Max Christie out there, and it's Wolf in at the 3. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, Aaron Gordon able to use all his athleticism on that one.
Seattle trails by 9. And for Denver, Gordon and Jokic, the inside combo. Tim Hardaway is out there with Bruce Brown. And it's Johnson in at the 3. Here's Collier, pass to Wolf. Here's Collier. Oh, deflected. Brown with the steal. Inside. Here's Gordon. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Christie against Hardaway. Back to Christie. Seattle move the ball around. Clock at 6. For 3, Collier. Rebound by the Nuggets. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. To the middle. The kick out to Johnson. And the 3 off target.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Pass to Collier. Here's Jovic. They set a pick. Now here's Christie. For 3, Collier. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got rebound number 7 tonight. Deflects the pass. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Hardaway. Jokic the screen. Fires the 3.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Great effort to turn the miss into 2 points.
Yes, sir. Those are the hustle points. Hardaway against Christie. Wolf. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Now here's Brown. Outside Johnson. Oh, Jokic hammers it home.
Well, the first guy you have to box out there, Nikola Jokic. That's just bad recognition.
Seattle trails by 11. And Seattle calls time here. You look at Nikola Jokic. What a contribution.
Well, they've failed to break this guy's rhythm. Maybe a break in the action will help.
All right, listen to the other court. Come on and get loud for your breaker dance crew.
Let's go to the leaderboard and see the top passing teams last season. The Nuggets, number 1.
It was a joy to watch these guys play. Constant ball movement and player movement. Defenses were worn out by the end of games.
And Seattle with the ball. 11-point game. Shot's good by Collier. Collier's got 6 points.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Outside Hardaway. Gordon outside. Takes the three. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
Well, he's not an elite three-point shooter, but Gordon makes just enough threes to be a threat from out there.
Christie with the ball. Pass to Collier. Here's Wolf. Here's Jovic, defended by Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. Puts it up. Collier, no good.
Just tremendous defense right there. Applying the pressure.
Here's Brown. Lays it up and banks it in. He has 6.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Seattle trails by 14. Pass to Collier. Here's Wolf. Here's Collier, defended by Brown. Here's Collier. He's got 6. Can't hit the step-back J.
His struggles this quarter are self-evident, and the team just continues to suffer for it. Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. And Seattle calls time here.
And your Seattle Dancers.
He's checked in for Seattle. Seattle trails by 16. To halt the run. Nice D from Brown.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Here's Paul. When I think about Bruce Brown, the term glue guy comes to mind, Coach.
Yeah, B.A., I think that's right on the money. The way Brown hustles and does a little bit of everything, he can cover for gaps in a rotation. A key cog for that 2023 Nuggets title team.
Now here's Brown. 18 points separating these teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Jokic finds Hardaway. There's the triple. Hauled in by Paul.
Well, you look at the score in this game, it's not reflective of the night he's had. He's struggling.
Wolf passes to Paul. Just 3 to shoot. Pass to Jovic. Up and over Gordon. And again, it's Seattle missing. The Nuggets lead by 18. And here's Brown. He's got 6. Ball stolen. Paul against Brown. Unloads from 13. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
Hardaway, the pass to Gordon. Here's the break. Pass to Christie. Here's Wolf to stop the drought. Not going to go that time. Outside Hardaway. And here's Gordon. Seattle pulls it in. Wolf's got 4 rebounds now. Now here's Paul. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Denver. Gordon's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Johnson passes to Hardaway. Paul against Brown. Jokic up top. Plenty of space. Rebounded by Jovic. Jovic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Paul. Outside Christie. From outside the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight. And David Adelman wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. He's checked in for the Nuggets. Denver leading by 15. Gordon outside. Pass to Hardaway. Misses the 3.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game from 3.
Down low. And he slams it in one-handed.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Denver has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the 3rd. The shots just aren't falling. Denver moving it around. Johnson for 3. Seattle pulls it in.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Back to Milton. Shoots over Brown. And Seattle tacks on 2 more.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Brown. Kicks it out to Hardaway. This one for 3. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 6 assists now in the game.
And a quiet first half from distance. Didn't even try a 3, but now he's 1 for 2 from deep in the second half. Well, we know what kind of scorer he is, but he could use a little help.
The Nuggets lead by 12. And he's going for the lob. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, they've really tapped into Gordon's scoring here, and he's playing with a lot of confidence.
Now MP. Outside Milton. From 11 feet away. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now. Gordon with a screen on Milton. Johnson for 3. That one no good.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
Outside Milton. Left side Edwards.
2 minutes.
And there's the screen.
2 minutes.
Just 5 on the clock. Second chance effort. That one goes. Count it. Milton's got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, he's doing all he can. He needs help out there.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Nuggets going with a whole new group out there. A look now at the leaderboard to see which teams had the toughest defenses this past season.
And their gritty mentality when it came to defense was really infectious. They were the best last year at holding opposing teams to low-scoring totals.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. They led by as many as 18. Here's Strother. Hits a three-pointer.
And credit Brown, that was a nice find. He's expanded his passing game.
Seattle trails by 15. To the middle. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Peyton Watson.
Yeah, a strong move to the rack draws that foul.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Denver.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off a transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
First one falls for him. Pickett, he's checked in for Tyson. And that's good as he hits both shots. 1:24 left to play in the third. Here's Pickett. Pass to Brown. Here's Pickett. 5 to shoot. Brown passes to Pickett. The offensive rebound from the arc. Hits the trifecta. Strother's got his second bucket of the night.
They're playing a lot more aggressively on the offensive boards in the second half, racking up a ton of second chance points.
Defended by Watson. Seattle moving the ball around. Milton passes to Johnson. Let's go with a three. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 16th rebound on the night. Here's Pickett, covered by Milton. Yep, count it. Pickett's got his first points in this one.
If you're open, Jokic is going to find you.
24 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Johnson. Six on the shot clock. And there it is for him.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Denver up by 16. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Shake Milton out there with Chris Paul. And it's Wolf in at the three, the small forward. Now here's Milton. There's a screen to the left wing. Launches it. Pass to Paul. Goes back up. And Seattle tacks on 2 more.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Drains the triple. And the Nuggets lead by 17.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Now here's Milton. 4-3. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. The Nuggets lead by 17. Pass to Pickett. Back to Jokic. Inside, Brown, and he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
How about the elevation from Brown there? He really gets up quick to throw it down.
About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Now here's Paul. Five on the clock. Lets the three fly. Paul with another miss. Watson with it. Has to Pickett. And here's Jokic. He's guarded by Paul. Fades. Here's Watson. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Jokic has got 6 assists in the game. And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
Clock at 6. Milton against Brown. Milton no good. And it's the Nuggets ball. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Pickett passes to Brown. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And it's Seattle with the ball. Denver getting their last shot to go to the inside. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Almost converts despite the contact.
At the line for the Supersonics, Hansen, 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Seattle making some changes. Christie comes in for Milton, and it's Collier in for Paul. Cam Johnson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Good on the second one. Well, Stan, now that we've had the coaches' challenges for a few seasons now, what do you think about it?
Well, B.A., I'm probably in the minority. I don't really like them. I think they slow down the flow of the game. And look, across all sports, mistakes are part of the game. Players' mistakes, coaches' mistakes, and referees' mistakes. Let's just live with them and keep the game moving. Putting that pass right in his stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And here's Brown. Pass to Jokic. Here's Strother. Lets it go from deep. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic.
For three.
Jokic has got assist number 7 tonight. The Supersonics have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Outside Christie. To the paint. Here's Wolf. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
Nice pass inside, making things easy for him now.
Brown passes to Jokic. Outside Johnson. And another 3 for Denver.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
For Seattle, they've gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Outside Christie. Pass to Collier. Back to Christie. Launches a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Outside Johnson for 3. Doesn't go that time.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Here's Jovic. Excellent defense there from Watson. The Nuggets lead by 22. Outside Brown. Well, officials have never been under greater scrutiny, so development is key, Grant. And I read now they have a training app refs can use on their phones.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the players leveraging electronics to train smarter, and it's great to see the officials making use of technology as well.
Well, how many times have we seen that? Jokic is making something out of nothing.
Outside Christie. Oh, from deep. Rebound by the Nuggets. Pass to Strother. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
For Seattle, they've gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Outside Christie. Brown grabs the board. Denver has gone 4 of 6 from deep thus far in the fourth. And the dunk by Jokic.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
Outside Christie. To the inside. Down low. Here's Jovic. Seattle move the ball around. Here's Collier. Looking to end this cold spell. And the shot goes down.
Well, you want to shoot a high percentage from the floor? That's where you go with the ball.
Now Brown. As players get bigger and faster, you think the league will have to widen the court at some point?
Well, B.A., I just don't think that's realistic, to be quite honest. And I think the reason is the league's all about money, right? I mean, it's a business. We've got to make money. And the arenas were all laid out. If you start making the court wider, you're going to take away rows of seats. Those are high-priced seats, B.A. We're not taking those away. I don't think widening the court is really realistic.
Left side, Christie. Pass to Collier. Outside, Christie. And it's all from three-point range.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away.
Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible. And he just makes it look so easy at times. Once Jokic gets going, there's almost no chance of slowing him down.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Here's Collier. Back to Christie. Pass to Collier. Fires for three. Rebounded by Denver. Watson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Christie against Brown. Screen by Watson. Outside Brown. Now Jokic. Pass to Collier. And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
Strother. That falls. Nice speed from Jokic.
3.
Jokic has got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Well, the Supersonics are shooting 33%. This hasn't been their quarter. Pass to Collier. To the middle. Soft touch off the glass.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And here are the Nuggets now. Outside Brown. And here's Jokic. And they double up Jokic. Here's Strother. And again, Denver with a 3.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking them down, you might as well keep riding.
Here's Collier. Inside. Here's Wolf. And he jams it home with authority.
Talk about timing. That lead pass was right on cue.
1:33 left in the fourth quarter.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Nuggets.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And we've come to expect these kinds of strong games for Nikola Jokic.
Well, his triple-double stat line is evidence of his impact on this game. He was affecting play at all times.
The shot by Brown, no good. Now here's Christie. Pass to Collier. Back to Christie. Here's Collier. Just 4 to shoot. 3-pointer. Strother grabs a miss. Outside Brown. So no problem for Denver as they get the win. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Aaron, a tough stretch of basketball coming up for you guys. How do you keep your eye on the winning side?
We just got to keep sharing the ball, keep believing in each other. Defensively, we have some things that we need to clean up, but we're doing well.
Good luck with the adjustments. Thanks, Aaron.
All right, thanks, Allie. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Nikola Jokic.